Good evening and welcome. I'm Sheila Balgobin and I am the Dream Decipherer, and I help you to crack the code of your sleep and dreams so you can sleep sound and dream deep. This evening I have a dream presented by someone new. Person is the first time this person has presented a dream to me, and it features planting seeds and growing trees. So let's get into it and see what the seeds and trees are all about. The dreamer reports that they dreamt that they were growing oak trees from seeds, and that there was an emphasis on seeds rather than acorns. And we'll come back to that. And the dreamer reports thinking that how strange is that, or how weird is that, and it likens the experience to having a bag of sweets that was filled with seeds, and out of this bag of bags of sweeties filled with seeds, there suddenly there were four saplings that grew out of it, four tree saplings. And the dreamer became enthusiastic and started planting more seeds, but didn't see what they grew into because they woke up. So it's a very short dream, what was reported, but as we know, dreams can contain a lot of information in a compact way. So let's look at the different elements of the dream. First of all, that the dreamers stated that they were growing oak trees from seeds. Now, I don't know if it's a common kind of little ditty here, or saying here. It probably is, but the first thing that came to me was the saying that mighty oak trees from little acorns do grow. So it doesn't make sense that the dreamer was with the intention of planting oak trees, but instead of using acorns, she was using seeds. So what do these seeds actually represent? Oaks have the reputation of being sturdy, and they grow huge. They live for many years. They're strong. I mean, the old ships were made out of them. They're very durable, and will generally withstand a storm. So, whatever these seeds were, they were growing into very strong, sturdy, healthy trees. Now, you could look at seeds perhaps in a slightly different way, in terms of not necessarily literal seeds, but seeds of ideas, seeding ideas that grow into strong whatever. It's interesting that these seeds were contained in a bag that would normally hold sweets, and that made me think about the hope perhaps being expressed by the dreamer that whatever that is being planted, whatever comes out of this bag will produce healthy fruit, or healthy trees in this case. And despite this small size of these seeds, nevertheless, big, healthy, strong, deep-rooted trees manage to grow. And maybe there's something about trusting in the process in a way that despite what appears to be wrong, it nevertheless, or healthy growth occurs, or something good comes out of it. So perhaps for the dreamer, it's an indication to look at, to maybe manage their expectations a bit and not be so fixed as to what the outcome of what seeds she may be planting will have, what fruit they will bear, what will the result be. Sometimes we can overthink things, perhaps, and overcook things instead of letting the process happen and go where it needs to go. So I would ask the dreamer at this point, but was the dreamer actually encouraged by this dream? How did they feel despite the wrongness or contradiction of these seeds sprouting into big trees? Perhaps again, it's about looking at. It's a matter of perspective, looking at ma- managing expectations, but also being able to relax enough to let the process take place without getting too stressed over things not looking the way they were expected to. Now, another interesting thing that happens here is that the dreamer seemed to have gotten a bit excited about these sprouting trees from these seeds and started planting more seeds, but woke up before she found out what happened with them. And maybe, as I put to the dreamer, that perhaps these were ideas or plans to come. They're kind of germinating at the moment and aren't ready to present themselves into the outside world. They're still in the heart of the earth or the heart of the person, being developed, waiting for the right time to be able to sprout. What strikes me about these dreams, this dream, is that there's something in it about releasing and being exercising non-attachment or detachment, not to be too attached to a particular outcome of something, or too attached as to how something will develop over time, or anticipating what it will be like over time. And there's also, I think, indications that there may be a need to trust the process more and to trust the dreamer herself more, in that things will happen the way they need to happen, as they need to happen, and when. So there, despite being a very short dream, there's quite a lot for the dreamer to actually think about with regard to current plans, perhaps, and where they're going. Maybe there's some stress or tension around that, or having sleepless nights over making new plans and making new decisions. But the dream seems to be quite a positive one, and I hope that the dreamer sees it that way, because there's strong, healthy things growing, even if they're not growing from the expected things or in the expected way that the dreamer perhaps may have envisaged. So I think it's a quite nice and positive dream for the dreamer to take away and look at a bit more deeply, and look at some of those things that have been flagged here. And what each of these things, what do oak trees mean for the dreamer? What does that evoke in the dreamer, as opposed to acorns versus seeds? What connotations come up with acorns and seeds? And a sweetie bag. What? What's going on with that? I mean, it's a nice idea, actually. I mean, these seeds grow into some sweet stuff, apparently, sweet and healthy stuff. So the unconscious mind speaks in metaphors and plays on words. So there may be some things in some of these things, like the sweetie bag and seeds and different things that you can look at and play with a bit. But you'll know when you get the right interpretation of a dream, because you feel a noticeable click in your head, like, oh yeah. So those are just some of the clues that I've been able to pull out of this dream for the dreamer, and I look forward to getting feedback as to what these different suggestions have evoked. So there you have it. Mighty trees growing from little seeds that don't. And other interesting things in this particular dream. So I thank the dreamer for presenting this dream and allowing me to share it with you. And that concludes my session for the evening. Thanks so much for watching and listening. Have a great evening and rest of the week. And I'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.